In this oral history from the collection at History Colorado, Bill Clements Jr. remembers when the very first McDonald's opened in Denver on Colorado Boulevard in 1962.
I remember driving with my father and saying, "Dad, what do you think of these McDonald's?" He says, "Nobody will ever make a living selling 15-cent hamburgers, I can tell you that."
Oh, how wrong Bill's father was. In the 59 years since the Golden Arches first rose in the shadow of the Rocky Mountains, dozens of out-of-state burger chains have come into Denver to fight for a share of our stomachs. Wendy's, Culver's, Burger King, Whataburger. They all have their diehard fans, but few have thrived at altitude for long. Today, on CityCast Denver, we take on three of the hottest.
So you're craving a burger and not just any old burger, because Shake Shack is finally making a move to Denver.
Juiciest.
We all know that a Five Guys burger is amazing, but what exactly makes it so good?
Freshest.
We watched hundreds of Coloradans line up to enjoy a burger at In-N-Out Burger.
Out-of-state burger chains and put them up against our hometown hero. It's Five Guys, the pride of Arlington, Virginia, versus Shake Shack, the newcomer from New York, versus In-N-Out, the king of California. Ranked by four proud Denverites on a scale of bad times to good times. Today is Friday, June 4th. I'm Paul Caroli, and this is the first annual CityCast Denver Burger Crawl. But first, in the immortal words of Jeff Lynne and the Electric Light Orchestra, here is the news. It's going to be another warm and sunny one today with highs in the upper 80s, then more sun over the weekend with a chance of afternoon rain on Saturday and Sunday. What a horrible year it's been at the JBS meatpacking plant outside Greeley. First, a series of COVID outbreaks led to at least 6 worker deaths, and then this past weekend, a ransomware attack forced the plant to shut down. The attack affected JBS plants across the country, causing a significant drop in the country's meat production overall. JBS says they're now back in production, but some analysts say this could affect meat prices going into summer barbecue season. And speaking of summer fun, the Colorado Black Arts Festival is back in person for its 35th year. It's going down the weekend of July 9th in City Park with food, music, visual art, games, and activities for kids, all created by Black creatives. I even saw on their website they're going to have a scavenger hunt for the kiddos. And maybe one adult. We'll see. Welcome to the first annual Burger Crawl. I'm here with CityCast producer Xandra McMahon.
Hi.
All right, Xandra, maybe we should set the table a little bit here. How can we possibly explain this crazy thing we did?
Oh, well, I guess we should start by saying the inspiration behind this idea to do a burger crawl really came from a desire to end this debate about whether or not these out-of-state burger chains are really worth the hype. Like In-N-Out, are the burgers that irresistible that you have to wait hours in line?
Sure, we all heard the stories. 12 hours in line. It was insane.
And it was the same thing when Shake Shack came to town. Maybe not that extreme, but still everyone was really excited. Mm-hmm. So we just decided, you know what? Let's just go try all these burgers in one day. So we drove all over Denver, eating burgers at In-N-Out, Five Guys, which is another popular out-of-state burger chain, and Shake Shack. And to fairly rate and compare these burgers, we used our very scientific Good Times scale because, let's be honest, Good Times is the king of Colorado burgers, right, Paul?
Absolutely.
So you're going to hear us deciding, are these burger chains a good time or a bad time?
I love that. I still love that. Okay, so we're going to hear some of the tape from the day, and it's going to start with, because we're insane, I guess, we went to Good Times first. We had a day full of burgers, and we decided, let's toss another one on there. Let's start with Good Times, set the bar.
Okay, can I get one Good Time deluxe burger, but with no cheese?
Just give me a cheeseburger.
And then one I guess now would be a good time to introduce our eaters.
Right. Well, there's me and you, and I'm the token vegetarian of the group. Oh, this is tight. Tight burger.
And when it comes to burgers, I don't know, I'm not super picky. I'm not like a burger aficionado. I've eaten burgers all my life. I'm not a big fan of the really cheap ones like McDonald's. I have a little bit of a refined palate, I suppose.
I really like the freshness of the lettuce. Like, it has a nice crunch to it. So that's, again, this is setting the standard, setting the bar high, because this is Good Times. But yeah.
And then there's Peyton Garcia, who writes the CityCast Denver Morning Newsletter, and I mean, she's the foodie of the group. She's the one who actually knows what she's talking about.
My burger was a little all over the place. However, I do think that a certain amount of that is necessary for a good greasy burger.
And of course, Bree, our regular host, who is now out on maternity leave. We miss you, Bree.
I love Good Times. It's my favorite burger for sure.
Okay, so after we had our delicious Good Times burgers, we headed to In-N-Out, the Centennial location, deep in the heart of the suburbs.
Oh, yes. We're passing by the landmark here on I-25 known as IKEA.
Joel, want to hear a little bit about In-N-Out Burger?
Yes.
Okay. In-N-Out Burgers, Inc. It's an American regional chain of fast food restaurants with locations primarily in California and the Southwest. Blah, 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 blah. The company has chosen not to franchise or go public, meaning that it is still fully in control of the one family, the Snyder family, as it has been since it was founded in 1948.
I can see it. I can see the In-N-Out sign.
By the time we pulled into their parking lot, which was giant, space for probably 100 cars, the lunch rush was just starting to pick up.
Yeah.
What?
That guy was giving us no direction. Sorry, Paul.
I think we missed the...
We are surrounded by orange cones.
You go in?
Not sure if we're
This is the drive-through line.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering, can we go in?
This is the line?
Is this for In-N-Out? This line? Did we miss it? Keep going?
Yes, you did. Where'd you start?
We just turned, but I think we turned into the wrong lane. Yeah.
Right. You cannot get in the drive-thru from turning right. It starts over at Fulton
into
Shop.
the restaurant?
Then it comes down Yosemite, turns right on
Oh my
Chester,
God.
turns left, going into the far right lane.
Hey, sir. Do you have an estimate for how long this line would take?
No, that's why I'm suggesting dine-in, because it would be much faster and you guys will actually be eating and they'll still be waiting.
Okay.
Thank you. That guy's like, oh my God, I'm so tired of talking to people about friggin' In-N-Out.
We're cool.
Noon on a Wednesday. The drive-through line is incredibly long. I don't know if it's 12 hours, but it's long. And the parking lot's full, and there's a line out the door for dining in. Can I ask you a question? Depends. Okay. How long would you estimate the drive-through line is right now?
Right now, from the I'm not sure how far back it goes.
Okay.
Do you know how far back it's
Up the
going?
hill, silver pickup is.
So I know once you get your order taken, it's about 10 minutes or less. But further back, I'd probably say 25 to 30 minutes.
All right.
If it's all the way back, as you're saying, yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's not bad. Thank you.
yeah, man.
Xander, do you remember your first impression of In-N-Out walking through the front door?
Oh my God, it was insane. Like, just so busy. And so many people not wearing masks. I mean, I think Bree at one point said it looked like a bus station in there, which I agree with wholeheartedly.
Yeah, so good, so good. And I mean, for me, I was so excited. I had been reading about this place and hearing about it for so long. In-N-Out is like this mythical fast food. I don't even know. But I was excited.
Pretty good. Definitely not better than Good Times.
Yes, 29, please. Yes, 29.
How's your handful of lettuce?
This is nothing. This is like, you gotta take this off the menu.
You feel silly eating it?
It does feel silly.
Yeah.
I like the lettuce, honestly. That's my favorite part.
I would say
right off the bat, the patty is thinner, which is always kind of a thing for me. The patty's thin, and it actually, I don't know about y'all, but mine tastes a little salty.
Yeah, mine's
a little
really
heavy salty.
Heavy on the salt. I like salt, and I think
I
that's why I
do
like
too.
it.
I do too, but it's definitely not Good Times material.
That's fair. I mean, mine feels like a little bit like crunchy, like they've got a good char on it.
Yeah.
So I do like that, but
Oh, did we try the In-N-Out sauce?
no, not yet.
So something that I know about In-N-Out, and that's something you all might have noticed on the packaging, is in the bottom left corner of these little paper slips, it says Revelation 3:20,
Oh, sure.
a Bible verse.
Yeah.
And I just looked that up, and I want to read it to you, and I want to ask if this changes the experience at all of the...
Okay.
Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come to him and will sup with him, and he with me.
If he wants to wait 15 to 25 minutes.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. This was a terrible time. Bad times at In-N-Out. Never gonna go back. They offer nothing for vegetarians.
In-N-Out said they had a veggie burger, so I don't know, but it was like on their secret menu. Maybe we didn't have the password or something, but I was just surprised, or maybe the secret menu is like has not made its way over to Colorado yet. I don't know.
This is where we need the listeners' help for sure. Someone that knows the secret menu, knows how to access it, because clearly us noobs have no business trying to get the secret menu.
That's really the crux of it to me, is the fastness. Like, the reason why a restaurant simplifies its menu to the degree that In-N-Out does is to make sure that they can be fast.
Yeah.
And this is the opposite of fast. It's not In-N-Out, it's wait a long time, and then leave. Okay, so it's pretty clear at this point, I did not have a good time at In-N-Out. Also, we didn't hear any of this, but the fries are just terrible. Too starchy. I have to say that. Sorry, Sarah, at CityCast HQ from Los Angeles. Too starchy. Alexandra, where do you think you three meat eaters landed overall?
I think we thought it was fine. You know, just fine. It didn't live up to its hype by any means, but it was, you know, not the worst burger I've ever eaten. So on our good time scale, I'd say we all agreed it was a meh time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Meh. That captures it.
Where are we going next? Five Guys?
We're going to Five Guys, and right now we're deep in the heart of the Denver Tech Center.
Oh, lovely.
So I made a joke the other day about, you know, how many guys there are. And the story of the guys and how they got to five is really, I think this is really weird. Five Guys was founded in 1986 by Janie and Jerry Morrell. Jerry and the couple's sons, Jim, Matt, Chad, and Ben, were the original Five Guys.
There's 4 kids and a dad.
4 male sons and a dad.
Janie got erased from the story.
What? This is a terrible start, Five Guys.
Isn't that just, I hate that.
I hate that too. That's horrible.
Where is Five Guys from?
The first Five Guys restaurant opened in 1986 in Arlington County, Virginia.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And by 2001, the chain had expanded to 5 locations throughout the Washington, D.C. metro area.
Okay.
So this is another East Coast, or this is our first East Coast chain.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We've had California, and now we're going to the D.C. suburbs. Alexandra, didn't you say at some point that Five Guys is the chain that you visit most often?
Yeah, I don't really know why. It's just always been good and accessible. I like all the toppings that they offer. The fries are special, you know, and they go nuts with them, just like pouring them into the bag on top of your burger.
And there's just fries everywhere.
Yeah, they like just throw the fries in the bag.
Take a look at that. That's a feeling.
That's a feeling.
Oh, they have those kind of fries. Oh,
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you know,
I really like it, you know.
good.
There's something about their burger that doesn't taste like a fast food burger. It tastes more like a
gourmet or like a restaurant burger.
like a diner style burger. This is a big boy.
What makes something a diner-style burger versus a fast food burger? More fat content? More?
It's fat content. It's also like the thickness of the patty. So like when I think of a McDonald's burger, I think of a really skinny, like it doesn't even, like this isn't a burger. It's not a burger that you would cook on like a Sunday afternoon at a barbecue. This feels like that to me.
So I think we're all in agreement. This is a huge step up from In-N-Out.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at a totally different price point too, to be fair.
That's true. But I do think,
Paul, what did you think of the veggie burger at this place?
Honestly, not worth talking about at all. It's burger buns and burger toppings in the middle of them, and as soon as I took one bite, they all fell out. It was nothing. We should just move on.
We got the hamburger sweats. You'll notice our breathing is a little more labored than it was this morning.
Not me. I'm coming alive. This is where I really thrive. 3 burgers in.
Three hamburger buns full of toppings in.
So this is the point where things started getting pretty difficult.
Traffic, too many burgers, but we only had one stop left.
We're on the nightmare known as Santa Fe. I think I commented the other day on Twitter that the HOV lane on Santa Fe is whatever you want it to be. I watched so many people. I'm like, single occupant car driver. We're almost to the I-25 interchange. We are headed to 5 Points. I don't know if this is part of the area that some people call Rhino, but we're going to Shake Shack.
According to Wikipedia, Shake Shack is an American fast casual restaurant chain based in New York City. It started out as a hot dog cart inside Madison Square Park in 2001, and its popularity steadily grew. In 2004, it moved to a stand within the park, expanding its menu from New York-style hot dogs to one with hamburgers, hot dogs, fries, and its namesake milkshakes. I think the other interesting part of this is that Shake Shack has like a good character attached to it. This guy, Danny Meyer. I know him mostly as the Shake Shack guy, but he's like opened restaurants all across the country, all different kinds of restaurants. That's my understanding.
The difference between like the Snyder family that owns In-N-Out started in 1948 during like that time when like McDonald's was getting started and stuff. And this is a restaurateur.
Yeah, this is definitely a product of like late capitalism. This is not the Americana of the mid-20th century. This is not a roadside hamburger stand. This is a guy in a suit putting together a brand to appeal to Wall Street bankers in New York City.
So this was a very different vibe at Shake Shack, as you've probably gathered.
Yeah, but not more expensive, surprisingly. Five Guys was actually far and away the priciest burger of the day. We got 4 Shake Shack burgers, a couple of shakes, a root beer float, and fries for just shy of $50.
Pretty good deal, but God, the shakes. How did we do that at the end of the day? Like, why did we get those shakes?
I can't tell you. I don't know. I don't understand.
That's us.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me snap a photo of this. Oh yeah, look at those fries. Gorgeous.
That is crinkle cut right there.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, I think they split our shake for us, Paul.
They
That was
did.
so nice.
Yeah. Wow, that veggie burger looks dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
What is
Yeah.
it? Whoa.
It's 2 big mushroom caps
Nice.
Wow.
put together, but with a bunch of cheese on the inside.
It's pretty good.
This is really freaking
I
good.
really like it. And
Me too.
but what I think is most interesting now is this is the last burger of the day. Like every burger we've had today has felt very unique and different. Like I thought that they were gonna kind of all blend together, but they don't.
Yeah, this is a memorable burger.
This is like
Another one of those
really good
patties like Five Guys,
Yeah.
like you were saying, Peyton.
I almost think this one does the same thing, but I think executes it just a little bit better. It's
Yeah.
just got a little extra crisp, and the seasoning is just a
seasoning's
little,
nice.
yeah, a little sharper.
It's to me though, it's salty like In-N-Out was salty. I don't know if you're getting that.
I am, but I
But
think
you're
it's
also getting
just
burger.
less. I feel
Yeah.
like this was the perfect amount. And
Paul?
I'm just like shocked
Terrific.
at how bad.
It's always great. I don't think they fried it. I think they maybe fried it too hot. and for too short a time because the cheese on the inside didn't get to that really nice, gooey, melty, molten texture. And I did get an explosion out the back.
Uh-oh.
He blew it out.
Structural integrity.
Structural integrity is
I will say this so far is
Get
the
knocked.
least messy burger.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, we're rolling. The burger crawl is over. Bree, where are we at?
Well, being pregnant and being full are the worst things to be together. And I am so full.
Alexandra, how would you characterize the style?
I felt like it was very modern, especially compared to the vintage feel of In-N-Out and Five Guys. And I also thought like the woodwork that they were kind of doing in there was like very aesthetic, very, very millennial. And I like that at one point we noticed that some of the tables in Shake Shack were made from reclaimed wood from a New York bowling alley. It doesn't say the specific bowling alley, it just says a New York bowling alley. And I gotta be honest, I call bullshit on that. I don't think that they shipped in that wood from New York to be in a Colorado Shake Shack. But maybe. Alright, I don't know, maybe.
Shake Shack was my favorite.
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely the best out of the 3 out-of-state burger chains that we tried.
Shake Shack is a good time. That's my opinion. I had a good time hanging out with you three all day, and especially there where I felt like they cared if I lived or died. Unlike Five Guys and In-N-Out Burger, where
They were like, eat our
it's like, oh, you don't eat meat? Okay. Peyton?
Yeah, I agree with all of that. Shake Shack is by far my favorite.
And thus ends the first annual CityCast Denver Burger Crawl. See you next year. Well, there you have it. Congratulations to you, Alexandra. Congratulations to Peyton, to Bree, and also to me. And to Shake Shack, I suppose.
And In-N-Out, sorry, but you have to leave Colorado now.
I'm not sure we have the authority to do that. That's all for us today here on CityCast Denver, except for one very important piece of news from our regular host, Bree Davies. She had her baby. Baby Montgomery is here, and she sent a picture. What do you think, producer Alexander McMahon?
Oh, he's so cute. He's got like this beautiful head of hair, and I just, oh, he's so adorable. I can't wait to meet him, Bree. Congratulations.
And how about you, producer Lizzie Goldsmith?
I mean, so much blonde hair. He's so cute.
And Peyton Garcia, who writes our morning newsletter?
Oh my gosh, the hair! He's got this full head of golden blonde hair. He's so stinking cute with his little red button nose. You did a good job, Bree.
Our music is by Los Mocochetes, with additional mixing by Tyler Lindgren. If you haven't already, subscribe to our show wherever you get your podcasts. Tell a friend about the show. Rate and review us if you have a chance. And hey, I hope you have a really good weekend.
Sitting on Colorado, just sitting on a patio on Colorado Boulevard, which no one ever does.
Mid-morning on a weekday.
Yeah, just, you know.